all started on this corner right here. Two brothers witnessed it all go down. You can feel the intensity of the fire. Firefighters working with a lot of danger, not only traffic here on the freeway, but also power lines. It's going to leave a huge impact for those who make a living catching salmon in these waters. Sam Palace, check this out. This Dodge Dakota here, one of many vehicles down this Stockton street to have its tires slashed. Small towns just above Sonora getting pounded with snow. Thieves broke into this storage facility and knew what they were looking for. People are only allowed to park here for 2 hours, not giving them a whole lot of time to shop. Will come next Tuesday. People will be able to stick around a lot longer, but at a price. The question is it worth it? We do know there are 800 new leads in this case. You wonder how significant those leads are. There is some new information, though. There is surveillance video, the surveillance video that caught Sandra Cantu supposedly leaving this mobile home park. That's expected to be released tomorrow. What exactly is on that video? Everybody's been asking. We're live at the staging area. A lot of activity going on here. Let me give you kind of a look of what's here. A lot of emergency personnel on standby here at this makeshift parking lot, waiting to be called upon if they have to. To the right of me here is the mobile command unit, where a lot of fire experts are inside trying to come up with a plan to tackle this massive fire. Homes are threatened after flames jump this ridge. Hundreds of acres from Napa Valley to Solano County scorched. A huge plume of smoke could be seen from miles and miles away. Twin Sisters Road people were leaving voluntarily with what they could.
For the only thing we brought out, we left everything else up there.
Others chose to stay.
I've never seen one quite this big, so hopefully they'll get a handle on it and won't come over and burn us up.
Near the ridge, fire crews demanded we head back down as flames inched closer. As for the Jeffress family, staying close to their home, they say they'll leave when they're told.
They say it's you're out, you're out.
About 45 minutes ago, we were told there was about 750 acres that were scorched. Well, with me here is Dan Sendick with CAL FIRE. Dan, how many acres have been consumed by this fire?
Currently, we believe there are about 1,000 acres.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That is the latest out here, guys. We will be sure to keep you up to date on this massive fire. From one room to the next, trash lines the inside of the Sonora home. Underneath this pile of garbage is a laundry room. Inside here is where a child sleeps, the bed and ground virtually unnoticeable. And this is a washroom.
Really, really appalling, and I'm surprised they were able to live in such filthy conditions.
A 9- and 10-year-old boy were taken from the home after child welfare services were tipped off by a neighbor. One of the worst cases of child endangerment the Sonora Police Department say they have ever seen.
The officer had seen the one item, thought it was a toy or something, until upon further inspection, he noticed that it was bone and tissue of a dead rat.
The parents, George and Jenny Eaton, both 38 years old, have not been arrested just yet. We paid them a visit. Before we could get to the door, George met us out front. We're hoping to get your side of the story.
I just want to know why it was reported to you.
After a minute of uncertainty, George says he's been told to keep quiet.
Obviously, your kids are very important to you, and there's something that must be hurting you inside.
That's the reason why it's really hard for me even to speak. But there are certain things I just can't really tell out in public about anything.
But eventually, he comments about the filth.
I have no real major excuse. It's just I've had a hardship the last 6 months, and that's it.
It was enough to get his children removed from the home, a home he admits that has become an eyesore for those living around here.
I asked for all my neighbors to forgive me for allowing it to get the way it is, and I'm working my hardest to try to get everything together.
A vicious attack left this store clerk with what he says was no choice but to fight back.
505, please.
Gurdeet Ray was working alone yesterday afternoon when a man wearing a hooded sweatshirt walked into his store.
If somebody came walking your door, he covered his whole face without reason, you feel like the guy is looks scary,
As the mysterious man places some hot and spicy chips on the counter, the suspicious clerk has a feeling things are going to heat up. So he grabs a nearby broomstick and puts it within reach.
That kind of people came to give you trouble. You have to do something.
The mysterious man handed Ray $20 to pay for the goods. As Ray opens the cash register, the would-be thief lunges at him.
He tried to kill me.
After the two men exchange blows, Ray reaches for the broomstick and whacks the attacker several times, then forces him into a nearby snack rack. Not only does the attacker leave without his hooded sweatshirt, but also the $20 he handed Ray.
If he asked me money on this side of the counter, I give to him everything.
With the broomstick still in his hand, the calm and collected clerk calls police. Today, he shows us that very broomstick that now has a crack in it.
Everything cool now. Drama is over.
This is Tracy Orchard Restaurant, classic in more ways than one. But a cruel economy is not the only thing hurting this restaurant that's been around for almost 25 years.
As soon as the wall was up, we noticed a decrease in business.
Helga Shoup is talking about this sound wall, built last year by the state to keep noise away from nearby homes. But the wall is apparently doing more than blocking noise. Some say it's blocking business.
I couldn't see the sign, so I missed the exit, and I live here since 1959.
Shoup says they have not only laid off 8 employees since the wall went up, but they no longer serve dinner.
We had to close in the afternoon because the business went down to that extent.
We took a stroll down Interstate 205 next to the sound wall. The sign literally pops up when you reach the exit.
And it's not affecting only us, it affects the whole street of Grand Line Road.
Caltrans says this wall may have been built a year ago, but the public has known about this since early 2000. And as far as the wall coming down, well, that's not likely, they say. Meanwhile, people here at Tracy Orchard Restaurant, they're looking for all the help they can get.